Good morning from Glasgow, where today I am flying Global Airlines' A380 in business class to New York JFK on the inaugural flight. I am very excited to see the onboard experience about this new airline, so let's check in. Even at check-in, there's a special celebration for this very special flight. So I've come here to the Lomond Lounge here in Glasgow. Picked up a few snacks and there's a pretty nice view of the apron before I'm going to the gate, because probably there will be a gate celebration. So let me tell you some facts about Global Airlines. So they were founded back in 2021 by their current CEO, James Asquith, and their mission is to revolutionize air travel. Their first A380-9H Global is 12 years old and it's an ex-China Southern A380. This flight is operated by Hi-Fly because they still don't have an aircraft operating certificate or an AOC, and that I want to ask their CEO, James Asquith, how they want to get one, because it takes a long time to get an AOC. Hi-Fly unsuccessfully, sadly, already had operated an A380 from mid-2018 to mid-2020. And yeah, I will try to interview the CEO, James Asquith, and fellow YouTubers. And here is my Global Airlines A380 from my Y2 JFK today. Here with Josh Cahill. Josh, how does it feel being banned from Qatar Airways?
That's a good question. I asked him not to ask me easy questions, so let's dive right into it. Well, it's a badge of honor, but you know, everybody who's watched the videos, I think what Qatar has done is something we should not support in the industry, like silencing voices like us, you know. And eventually one day they will unban me, but that happens, you know, when you're outspoken, when you keep airlines, hold them accountable for the promises they make. Most of them, they react in wonderful ways and they improve their product and they work on what they have. Qatar decided to go a different way and decided to shut me up, and but I mean, the buzz and the attention it created was wasn't very favorable for Qatar, and I hope they rethink their decisions in the future as well, how to deal with these cases.
Thank you.
No, all good. And you're excited for the flight today?
Yeah, very good.
What do you think of Global?
It's a good airline. I mean, their business model is questionable. I don't think they will be existing for a long time because they don't seem very profitable, and also how they started up the airline was in a strange way. Like, they were marketing, they were having caviar, but still don't have an AOC, an aircraft operating certificate, which makes it interesting to see.
I've seen you've done your homework. It's a new Josh Cahill in the making here. I see a very critical voice. Keep it up, you know. Keep them on their toes, and wish you a great flight today.
Thank you, Josh.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So I'm here with Gabe Lay from Flight Radar 24. Are you flying on the flight deck today or on a normal seat?
Today, unfortunately, not flight deck. I'm in economy, actually. I'm all the way down the back of the plane. I wanted to try economy out. I'm going to come back in business. And this one, someday it would be great to do flight deck, but today was just passenger. Yeah.
And what do you think about the Hi-Fly's and Global Airlines business model? Do you think they will be successful, and what do you think that they still don't have an AOC?
I think it'll be really interesting to see what happens. I think a lot of us are sort of saying, like, how is this going to work? Can it work? Of course, like, we want it to work. I want more A380 airlines flying transatlantic. That's great. I wish them the best. But I do also acknowledge that the business model, it's tough. It's tough to make this work. It's tough to fly an A380 profitably. So we'll see. But yeah, like, wishing them all the best. Absolutely.
Yeah, Josh Cahill taking advice from. So I'm here with Dom, and what will we be flying today and in what cabin class?
We're flying the Global A380, first flight from Glasgow to New York, and I'm actually in business class. I thought this is probably the only time I'm ever going to be able to fly this aircraft, so yeah, why not go the whole hog and get business class.
Yeah. So there is no gate celebration here, even though it's an inaugural flight on a brand new airline, Global Airlines, but I can't wait to get on board. Right, so finally boarding the Global Airlines A380. My seat is 22 Alpha, so thankfully I've got a window seat closer to the window, so I can't wait to get on board. So this is first class.
Morning, welcome aboard.
Thank you. So this is the business class cabin here on the Global Airlines A380. Now I am in the second part of the business class cabin. This is my seat, 22 Alpha here. Looks quite nice. Of course, it's the China 7 seats on the A380. Welcome aboard the Global Airlines A380 here in business class. The seat is pretty nice. I've got an aisle access, which is pretty nice, and I am closer to the window, which makes this seat quite private. Now let me give me a tour. So here you've got the storage bins, which have a lot of space. You can store all the blankets and all that, which I'll show you later. So I've got the two, which makes it very handy. The TV does not work, but you have a QR code where you then can scan it and then you'll get the entertainment from there. But here is the controller for the TV screen and some USB-C ports, and also for the headphone port. Then here you've got some seat controls like lights and bed position, all that. Then here the tray table comes out like this. Is decently sized, not the biggest, also not the smallest. It's quite handy. This is of course China 7's X business class. Then down here you have got the Hi-Fly A380 safety card, which also has got the plane registration 9H Global. Then here you've got the certificate of the flight today, and here is the menu, and we even get an menu kit from Wix. This is my view for today. This is the amenity kit. Here you've got socks and an eye mask. Then here you've got a dental kit, earplugs, a body lotion, a refreshing towel, and other creams. Then you've got a comb and something for the shoes, and yeah, it's pretty much it. But it's a very nice amenity kit, and I didn't expect it to be so good. And most of the products are from the brand Murdoch.
And we are proud to be operating it on this majestic Airbus A380. It's a true honor for my colleagues and me to share this milestone with you. We are now pushing back the aircraft into our taxiway for departure. We'll be taking off into a northeasterly direction, followed by a left turn as we begin our climb and acceleration towards the Atlantic.
This is the limited edition menu specifically for this flight. You have got Lauren, Perrier, champagne, and I got a Greek salad, chicken, and a petite fourth for lunch.
6 hours and 20 minutes after our takeoff time. The A380 is not only one of the most comfortable aircraft flying today, but also the fastest, as you can see. Weather en route is forecasted to be good, but turbulence can occur unexpectedly. For your safety, I ask you to achieve. On behalf of Global Airlines, Captain Carlos Milpuri.
Here's the QR code I was talking about earlier for in-flight entertainment. So yeah, the screen isn't working, but like on some Qantas flights, domestic flights in Australia, you can just scan the QR code, then on your personal device you can watch some entertainment, which is a bit of a shame, but then yeah, I mean, at least you've got some entertainment. Right, so we're airborne from Glasgow. What a takeoff! Almost full thrust, I believe, maybe even toga. That means 100% thrust, and beautiful takeoff. I mean, the seat is pretty good. I mean, they hadn't had much time to refurbish the seats, and it's a very expensive process. So I think we've done a pretty good job. The storage is is a big plus for Global Airlines. Thanks to the bins on the 380, you've got a lot of storage, even on the side compartment here. Not much more to say about this seat. So the food options seem pretty good, and so I'll try some of them. Then I've already unboxed the menu kit, which is very impressive if you ask me, and I'll try the bed mode and all the other things. There's even a sky pub, so like a bar, which I will go to later. So yeah, all good for me. So these are the Global Airlines branded slippers, which feel pretty comfortable, which will try on now. And here are the pretty stylish Global Airlines pajamas, which also feel pretty comfortable. So this is the Global Airlines branded pillow, which is also pretty comfortable. I'm recognizing a scheme where a lot of these things are a lot of these products are backed by Global Airlines. When I spoke to Noel Phillips, who was airside yesterday in Glasgow, when he walked through the entire plane, he found some logos still for China Southern, which is a like I know. Then he asked James, asked me to see over the awareness about that, and he said like nobody really will know about the logo, but like here on the wall, this is the China Southern logo, which not a lot of people will know, but some details here still to be worked on. So this is the charging port. I'm here with the airplane guy 64, or Kyle, and how is Global Traveller?
I love Global Traveller actually. It has way more legroom than British Airways, which I definitely appreciate. I do think that the seats could have done a little bit better on the reupholstering. They are kind of already falling apart. My headrest already fell off, but otherwise it's pretty good.
And how is the padding of the seat?
About the same as most other A380s.
Yeah, and what do you think that the screen isn't working and you need to use the QR code to be able to have the
I think since they're going for a luxurious feel, I feel like they should have it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to be the best air in the world. That's one of the first things you need to have. But they're working on it, and Wi-Fi soon will be coming on their plane. So thank you very much, Kyle.
Thank you.
And also subscribe to his channel.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So in economy, apparently headrests are falling off for all
Yeah.
passengers, which isn't amazing. Welcome to the Global Airlines A380 lavatory, which is a pretty standard one. It's not been cleaned during the flight, which is a bit of a shame, but it's a decent size. It's okay. So we're now 2 hours into the flight, still no meal service. Now finally got tablecloth, but still probably going to take half an hour till I get my meal. So I mean, I understand it. It's one of the first flights for the crew. It's all very new, so it's not a complaint, but it's just to point out, if you're on the Manchester flight, don't expect to be served very fastly. So my appetizer, the Greek salad, isn't available anymore, which is just a shame. So I've got the other salad. It's a bit of a shame and a bit of a tired presentation. Hopefully the main course will be a bit better. So it seems like the power ports don't work. I'm trying to charge with multiple devices, it just doesn't work. So that's a shame. It seems pretty outdated, like in economy, like our headrests are just falling off. I mean, it's pretty outdated, which, yeah, I mean, isn't ideal, but I do get it. So I'm now 3 hours in and still I've only had my appetizer. Apparently it's also going to be dinner. We're going to land like 3 hours. So if it's taking so long, I don't see me having dinner, and I really want to try out the bed and the pajamas, which will make this very complicated if it takes so long. In economy, it's already meal service is out of the way, so business class is the real problem. And on today's flight there are only 90 passengers on board, which makes this even more frustrating, because 90 passengers on an A380 is really not a lot, and it's taking so long. The crew sadly also is coming around and offering water or anything, like it's really just nothing really. It's a bit of a shame. So my lunch has finally arrived, and this looks way better than the appetizer, so let's give it a taste test. So the chicken is quite dry, it's still okay, so nothing really special here. Like, well, it's a shame because I was expecting a bit more from them. So these are the Global Airlines business class pajamas, which are pretty comfortable. The bed is quite spacious, especially at my feet, they're pretty spacious. And yes, so I've opted not to have dessert and not to have dinner because I was going to take the whole flight, and I really did want to try the bed, the pajamas and the rest of the experience. So I'm here with James Asquith, the CEO of Global Airlines. I wanted to ask you, these flights operate by high fly. When are you expecting to receive your AOC?
Good question. It's one that a lot of people ask. Look, we flipped it round. A lot of people get an AOC, lease an aircraft. We bought the aircraft, own it, and we work together with High Flight on the AOC. We see this as a much better strategy for the long term. An AOC is not necessarily an asset, it's a big liability if you don't use it right. We've got a lot of operational experience from High Fly for that. We want to keep using it for a while. Stay tuned on the AOC for ourselves, but we'll be linked to High Fly for a while yet still going forward.
Thank you very much, and congratulations on your first flight.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you. So I'm here with James, which has already visited 90 countries at the age of 8. Hopefully he's going to break James Asquith's record of visiting all 196 countries at the age of 24.
Yes, and I have to do it before that because this girl called Lexi Alfred has already done it at 21. But now James Ashworth is wanting me to take over his record so I can be Lexi Alfred and maybe both of them.
Yeah, so good luck in the process, James, and have a nice flight.
Thank you.
I'm here with International Flight, and I wanted to ask you, how's been your flight, and what do you think of Global Airlines, and where do you see them in the future?
My flight personally, I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed collaborating with Global Airlines. It's been great to add their livery to our flight simulator and then finally be on the aircraft itself to experience it with a bunch of av geeks as well. You know, that's what makes it special. It brings everybody together. So the experience today is really enjoyable. I really like it, and I'm really excited to see where Global Airlines goes in the future. Hopefully they succeed. Hopefully they get more A380s. Of course, this is the first one, and hopefully here's to many, many more. But yeah, this is a really cool experience. And I'm super glad to be a part of it and be on the flight stage and to be able to meet you.
Cool. Thank you so much. Let's
So
go.
I'm here with Noel Phillips. And Noel, how's been your flight so far, and what do you think of the first class?
It's been pretty good. First class is really comfy. It's slightly worn, slightly tired, a little bit old-fashioned, a bit like me. But it's actually been quite a nice flight, to be honest.
Yes.
Yeah, and how was the food? Because in business class was let's put it that way.
It was right. It was okay. It was a bit slow. I don't think it was slow what I heard from upstairs, but it was presented really lovely. But it was lukewarm. It wasn't like it was pretty cooked, but it wasn't like hot or anything. I was like, okay, that's a little bit. I think it's the first flight, right? And inaugural flights usually have these sorts of delays and stuff where they take forever to get the food out and stuff like that because the crew is all new to the crew as well. So I'm kind of giving them a bit of a pass on that one, but hopefully they do better when it starts actually in service properly.
Thank you, Noel.
Oh, no worries, mate. Thank you.
Thank you.
So my caviar's finally arrived. They'll start our descent into New York's JFK in about 10 minutes before landing there. To New York for the bus gate, but for once I don't mind it, so we get one last shot of the Global Airlines A380. I want to share my final thoughts about Global Airlines' A380. So, I mean, for a new airline, their business class seat is very comfortable. It turns into a lie flat bed. It's in a 1-to-1 configuration, which is very nice, and the cabin crew is very friendly. Of course, on an inaugural flight, it's going to take a little longer to do the service, which isn't a problem at all. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. Please do consider subscribing and liking these videos, and also subscribe to Josh K. Phillips and all other YouTubers. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.